Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I am going to go over a coin called XLM. It's actually a highly requested coin. A lot of people really like this coin. Haven't paid much attention to it. I know I checked it out a few months ago and just go over the overall picture here with XLM that it might be hanging out in that area for a little bit of time being, especially with the macro environment and everything that's going on. It did a wave run here ending on December 17th. You see if it started over here November 2014 and it went up December 2014 real quick, and you can see it was in a correction for 2 years. And then it made up one, down, up another one, down, up another one, down for another. How long was that? About a year. So I was explaining in a video about Bitcoin or any other kind of cryptocurrency or altcoin. One of the things I think is probably going to be probably more frustrating that it may happen in the macro environment that we're in is something like this right here, just going sideways like that for a long time. That would be really, really frustrating. I would, this is going to be worse than going down or going up. Um, Obviously worse than going up, but this would be worse than even going down. Having Bitcoin do something just like that, what XLM did right there. But anyhow, that's a 5 wave run. You can see from that peak to that peak, you got your third wave peak, your fifth wave bearish divergence, and did a correction into here back March 2020. Once it was finished with correction, could move up about 3,000%. This wave run was really nice. 7,000. Was that 7,000 or 70,000? Yes, 70,000, 81,000, 70,000, 80,000%. And now it's over here. It did this wave run, and you can see just on the weekly too, you have enough divergence from that peak to that peak. So it did a 5 wave run and it corrected that. Okay. So this is deep and long enough that this is a cycle, and it corrected it, and now it's in a wave one, and then it's probably a second wave correction over here, trying to get itself ready for third wave over here. And that could be 60 days from now, or it could be 2 years from now before it gets itself ready for that, guys. That's really the reality of it. Just look at the past history back over here. So what I'm going to do is take a look at this retracement on this right here, a logarithmic retracement, and it's sitting right at 618. 618, and you see there it is sitting right there. It's lower in RSI, so 618 is pretty good, and then it's higher there. So you do have what would be called hidden bullish divergence, where it's lower in the RSI, higher in price, and here it's higher in the RSI, lower in price. So the overall trend from where it is right now is this way, just because of that. Now, whether it goes down a little bit more remains to be seen. It could, but the overall trend for this coin will be like this. Okay. This is telling you that down there in the RSI. It's just a matter of when is it going to start going like that? Probably not for a little bit, especially a coin like this. It likes to consolidate, and then when it's ready to rip, it rips. So correction's deep enough, according to this wave right here, off of this wave. And it has a nice 3 wave move. Just looking at that, it's a nice 3 wave move. And worst case scenario, it would be nice too if this would just bounce. And that's actually what I'm trying to look for in the traditional markets and with Bitcoin, is that if Bitcoin gets where it is, it just can do a bounce to like 25 or 26, and you could make a ton of money in the altcoins. There's some altcoins that are ready to rip. Metis is being one of them. It'd be ready to just rip right out of there. Bitcoin wouldn't have to go very far, but it's the pressure from the DXY, the 10-year notes, and all the pressure, which is right now, it's getting really, really massive. It's just it's just putting so much pressure on everything. And actually, considering the circumstances, crypto is doing really, really well. It's doing better than the traditional financial markets, in my opinion. And it says something about that, about the crypto market compared to the traditional financial market right now, and probably says something about it going into the future. As long as the there's institutions, everybody wants to come into the crypto space, doesn't screw it up. and make it just like the trading stocks on the NASDAQ, which is probably going to happen. That's what I would be concerned with. But we will see. We will see. So it has a correction there and it's down. And then I'm going to go to this area. It could be done either right there or right there. So let's take a look at that. And it's going to be another one of these, I see, making a mess. Of course. Yeah, a mess. That right there says third wave. Came back around, probably the fifth of that last wave over there. And it's made, this reminds me of Cardano and Chainlink. Exactly like Cardano and Chainlink. You can get a bullish count out of that. I mean, at the end of the day, here's the deal. Me personally, I wouldn't touch the coin. Not right now, because you could be sitting on this coin for months, possibly. And if you do want to, this is your line in the sand right here, right there. 0.098 cents. And just see if it's going to come down and test this area is what I would do. If it tests that area and breaks it, you're going to have your answer about what's actually going on. If it stays above that area, then possibly it might be consolidating some like it did back there in 2014 or 15 or whatever that was. It's just go up in a wave, come back down real slow. It might go up into a wave, come back down real slow like this. Not even breaking this low since it's right at 618. So it'd be just like this, guys. Something like this, just go up into a wave, take it like 30 days, come back down into a wave, take it another 30 days, go up in a wave, might take it 2 months, and then come back down into a wave and take it a couple more months. Something like that, as an example, is possibly what's going to happen with it. It does have some good bullishness behind it, according to this. It went up here into a wave, and then you can see it has hidden bullish divergence right here on the 12-hour chart, which is a good signal. So you see the price right there, and then you see where it is in the RSI. You come right over here. So that RSI took the whole cycle out for telling you it's possibly trying to make a move this way, some more this way right now. But just looking at the structure of the coin right now and the wave sequence and what's going on in here, it doesn't look like it's going to be ripping anytime soon, in my opinion. But it is a cryptocurrency. You never know. These things can just do what they want to do sometimes and start ripping out of there. There's other assets that I think have better setups. I just like mentioned Metis. Metis is looking pretty good as far as setups rather than this one. My just estimate based on the macro environment of what is going on right now with the Fed and interest rates, 10-year treasuries peaking at 4% plus, I think, right now, and having a history of doing something like that, you probably may risk that happening right over here for a period of time. And that would make sense to me, because if you have your wave one here, let's say it's a wave one, it came down here to a second wave correction. What it would do is make these waves just like this, right? And then let's say it's 6, 8 months, maybe 9 months, maybe even a year down the road, and it's just ready to rip. You can see right here, went up onto a wave, back down, and then went up, down, up, down, up, down, and then smoke show, bam. That's what I would guess is something like that probably would happen over here. And you can pay attention to something like that. Just remember, you want to get in early before you get in too late. These can be tricky. These could be tricky, because right now you see it in hindsight. You're like, I'll just enter in right there. Ain't no big deal. When you see these things, it's not, you don't have the clarity like you do when you're looking at it right now. All right. All right, guys, that's the end of my video on XLM. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.